The plan is to have larger builds towards the end of this year and then our first online builds in the first part of next year. This will ramp up into the Q2 timing with real volume coming in the back half of the year. So that process is moving forward quite successfully. And the Tesla Model 2 is reportedly ready for its November launch event. Unlike the heavily concealed prototypes seen in the past, at least 6 affordable Tesla vehicles have been spotted driving openly with no camouflage whatsoever on roads near Giga, Texas. Several new images and design details of the Model 2 have been shared on the internet recently, leaving many fans astonished. Some commentary suggests that the car appears overly simplified compared to other Tesla models, especially the Model Y. However, others agree that its design lines are clean, refined, and still quite sleek. According to information shared, this will be the final production version, allowing the Model 2 to be priced at just a $15,990. But, to be completely fair, similar to the earlier Cybercab launch event, it is possible that Tesla will simply unveil the final design of the Model 2 at the November event, while actual pre-orders and official sales might be delayed until early next year. This is consistent with what Elon Musk confirmed during the third quarter 2025 earnings call, where he stated that Tesla is currently dedicating nearly all of its resources to large-scale production of the Tesla bot. So, the question is, how simple is the design of the Tesla Model 2 really? And why is delaying the sales launch of the Model 2 potentially beneficial for consumers? Welcome to Ayuto Fasaon. Recently, numerous prototypes of Tesla's affordable car have been seen completely in the open, with no form of camouflage or design concealment. Based on initial estimations, at least 6 prototypes have been spotted on roads stretching from Texas to Fremont. Overall, these prototypes share a common design language, clean lines, and a sleek appearance. While noticeably simpler than the standard Model Y, this contrasts clearly with Elon Musk's earlier statement that Tesla's budget-friendly car would be a smaller version of the Model Y. The publicly shared pictures reveal several design features, including a front end that seems to take inspiration from the Model 3 sedan. The hood also appears to feature a black finish. In general, the car displays clean, sleek lines, although it remains distinctly simpler than the Model Y. As one of the most aerodynamic and impressively fast compact electric vehicles on the market, the Tesla Model 2 continues to undergo optimization to further reduce its drag coefficient in the latest version, a crucial step in preparation for mass production next year. On closer examination, Tesla's new test prototype maintains the familiar silhouette of the Model Y, but has clearly been significantly simplified in detail to prioritize practicality and cost savings. The front end no longer features the horizontal light bar LED strip that is a characteristic feature of the current Model Y. The headlight assembly has been redesigned. The turn signal is now integrated directly into the main unit instead of being placed separately in the 2 bumper recesses as it was before. The lower edge of the front bumper and the air intake area have been flattened, removing the complex aerodynamic cut lines. This makes the front end less aggressive and sporty, but gives it a neat, modern look. A small camera has appeared on the grille, a new hardware detail supporting Tesla's full self-driving ZFSD system, which Tesla is incorporating into its most recent vehicles. From the current viewing angles, it is still uncertain whether the hood has been shortened or made steeper, but the overall front design clearly embodies Tesla's philosophy of minimalism for cost optimization. At the rear of the vehicle, several other noticeable changes can be seen. The test vehicle carries a Florida manufacturer plate, a typical indication of internal testing units. The previous full-width tail light and reflector light bar have been removed, replaced by a more compact brake light cluster. The rear spoiler lip, trunk lid, and bumper show subtle refinements that give the car a more balanced appearance despite the simpler design. Looking at the top of the car, it appears that Tesla has likely eliminated the signature panoramic glass roof from the Model Y, opting instead for a solid metal roof. This is a reasonable move for cost reduction. Panoramic glass panels are not only expensive to produce, but also more complicated to put together and can lead to higher losses if technical problems happen during the production process. These modifications reflect Tesla's new strategic direction. Following the stricter EV tax credit policy in the US, the company has been compelled to streamline its production process to maintain both sales performance and financial efficiency. Launching a more affordable crossover built on the Model Y platform enables Tesla to sustain its growth momentum, reassure investors, and simultaneously expand its fleet for real-world data collection. This is essential for the company's ongoing autonomous driving and robo-taxi projects currently being tested in Austin and California. To achieve a more attractive price point, Tesla is likely to implement a series of practical cost-cutting measures. First, the vehicle may utilize a smaller battery pack, resulting in a reduced range from approximately 310 miles down to about 280 miles. Next, the interior materials could be simplified, replacing premium trim elements with recycled plastics or composite materials. The electric motor might also be adjusted for lower output, with rear-wheel drive substituting the all-wheel drive setup. Additionally, shortening the vehicle's overall length to save on materials and weight is entirely possible, as Tesla previously developed a long wheelbase Model Y for the Chinese market, showing the company's flexibility in adjusting chassis dimensions when necessary. These changes, combined with the removal of the panoramic glass roof and the simplification of complex exterior details, could significantly reduce production costs, paving the way for a truly mass-market crossover in every sense of the word. This will be a vehicle not only for everyday customers looking to own their first Tesla, but also a key tool for the company to accelerate the global adoption of electric vehicles and advance its full self-driving ecosystem. If Tesla makes an official announcement in the near future, it should not be a surprise. Instead, it would be the natural next step in the company's mission to put millions of Tesla-branded EVs on the road, serving both consumers and its long-term goals of data collection, automation, and sustainable profitability. Frankly speaking, the Model 2 was once underestimated, mostly because it remained more of an urban legend for years. There were many reasons for this, but the core point is this: the large-scale production line is now ready, and soon anyone in the US will be able to order a Model 2, not just early tech adopters or ride-sharing fleets. So, how exactly will Tesla make the Model 2 more efficient and affordable? What makes their new compact car production system so different? The new Model 2's more accessible beginning price at $15,990 comes from a series of innovations hinted at by Lars Moravy, Tesla's vice president of vehicle engineering. The company's design for manufacturing philosophy has been applied down to the last millimeter. It features an unboxed vehicle architecture, rear-end mega-casting, structural battery pack, a new 48-volt electrical system, and a streamlined wiring layout that saves both materials and assembly time. Imagine a car that can be fully assembled in just a few dozen minutes instead of several weeks. It sounds like something out of science fiction, doesn't it? But Tesla's newest factory line is pushing production speeds to exactly that level. In the long run, Tesla could have the capacity to produce millions of Model 2 units annually for the US market. In January, Elon Musk announced that Tesla plans to launch its new, more affordable vehicle in the second half of 2025, describing it as featuring revolutionary manufacturing technology. As Tesla has acknowledged, the unboxed process represents an entirely new production line, and transitioning from a conventional setup to one that's completely unprecedented will require a significant amount of time to fine, tune, and calibrate the machinery. Unlike traditional manufacturing, this new line will operate with a far smaller workforce, meaning a much higher level of automation will be needed. As a result, achieving seamless integration between automated systems, robotics, and various production processes is expected to be one of the key challenges during the early stages of the unboxed process. Facing the initial difficulties of the unboxed process, the automaker decided to change direction, utilizing its existing facilities to produce the affordable vehicle more quickly and efficiently. In the end, Tesla chose to build this budget-friendly model on the same production lines as the Model Y and Model 3, ensuring a faster rollout and smoother integration with current manufacturing operations. At first glance, this might seem like a scaled-down version of the Model 3 or Model Y. A more serious worry, however, is that if the next generation vehicle is built on a traditional production line, it could undergo significant cost-cutting measures, potentially eliminating features such as an automatic gearbox, certain sensors, and even some basic technologies that many consumers now consider standard. These could include physical control buttons, 360-degree cameras, rain-sensing wipers, and cross-traffic detection, all of which are common on many other vehicles today. But things are not as bad as they might seem. Tesla has stated that its new vehicles will combine elements of the next generation platform with aspects of the current one, meaning it's a blend of old and new rather than entirely old. The $15,990 Model 2 could still be assembled on the same production lines as the current Model S, 3X, and Y, but with certain innovations borrowed from the unboxed process. Although Tesla has not yet explained exactly how this integration will work, having a more efficient hybrid production approach should ultimately help ease investor concerns about potential delays caused by upgrading to a full unboxed manufacturing system. This confirms that Tesla's more affordable vehicles are actively in production, and at the very least, we know the Model 2 is still on track for its November debut, just as promised. In addition, Tesla has publicly shared that the updated production line could lower costs even more than previously expected, meaning the Model 2 might actually be priced below $15,990. The revamped manufacturing process also allows Tesla to carefully scale up output more efficiently during uncertain market conditions. According to internal forecasts, Tesla plans to maximize production capacity, aiming for an output of 300,000 to 500,000 vehicles during the mass production phase starting in the first quarter of 2026. Before that, in the third quarter of 2025, Tesla is expected to produce a limited batch of around 10,000 to 20,000 units to fine-tune the assembly line and ensure quality control before full-scale manufacturing. So, is the Tesla Model 2 still worth buying? Tesla's decision to change the assembly process for its budget EV has made the Model 2's design much easier to predict. It's fair to acknowledge that the Model 2 will likely share at least 70% of its look with previous models, while the remaining 30% will be defined by details like the headlights, wheel design, side mirrors, and other exterior features. The Model 2 relies heavily on the company's plan to produce a traction motor costing around hundreds and thousands. That represents a major reduction compared with the current Model Y drive unit, whose components cost 2 to 3 times more. The next generation motor will use roughly 75% less silicon carbide while maintaining performance and efficiency. Despite its permanent magnet design, it reportedly requires no rare earth materials, avoiding costly and politically sensitive supply chains. Tesla also claims that the new manufacturing process will occupy about half the factory footprint of the current line, supporting faster, cheaper production. Together, these improvements could trim about 30,000 per car, a vital step toward an affordable EV. Tesla's engineers achieved this goal by running advanced in-house magnetic field simulations to optimize for cost, weight, and acoustics. Design and manufacturing teams work together to simplify materials and production steps, illustrating Tesla's integrated design-to-cost approach. The result is a compact, efficient drive unit built explicitly for high-volume, low-price manufacturing. Tesla's focus on cost control extends to wheels and tires, an expense that is often overlooked. Smaller wheels, 17 to 18 inches, require less material, reduce inertia, and improve efficiency. Benefits especially relevant to electric drivetrains. Large wheels not only increase manufacturing costs but also raise tire replacement prices, often exceeding $300 per set on larger Teslas. While smaller wheels may slightly reduce ride comfort, most budget buyers prioritize value. Other sensible compromises, such as using a 12-inch screen instead of a 15-inch one, or omitting luxury features like ventilated seats, collectively save hundreds of dollars per unit across hundreds of thousands of vehicles. These incremental cuts are essential for a sub-$30,000 price goal. Tesla may further save money with simpler mechanical linkages for steering, braking, and accelerator systems instead of complex electronic drive-by-wire setups, and by using streamlined door and frame designs similar to those in conventional budget cars. Such choices reduce tooling complexity and speed up production. Over time, if Tesla's autonomous driving technology matures, this model could be among the last Teslas with a traditional steering wheel, although that depends on regulation and readiness. Furthermore, battery production has long been a major source of delay, especially for larger models. Both the Cybertruck and Semi require far more cells than standard vehicles. The Semi's pack, for example, reportedly needs around 1,000 of Tesla's 4060-80 cells for roughly a 900 cars capacity, while the Cybertruck 300 cells for a 123 car pack. In contrast, the smaller and cheaper Model 2 would need far fewer cells. So one might think battery supply would not be an issue. In reality, the issue is not the number of cells, but the technology and cost balance Tesla selects. The 4060-80 cell, once hailed as the future of Tesla's battery technology, is no longer expected to power the Model 2. Even if Tesla could produce these cells in large enough quantities for its bigger vehicles, they are not economically suited for an entry-level car. This production approach, unveiled during Investor Day, aimed to simplify assembly by painting and preparing large body sections separately, then bringing them together in final assembly. It promised to reduce factory footprint by 40% and production costs by half. A 1590-90 Tesla could therefore become a turning point. It could revive slowing sales and re-energize investor confidence in a market that has become crowded and price-sensitive. Yet experts remain cautious. Elon Musk's forecasts have often been ambitious, and the final product could differ from what enthusiasts expect. The affordable Tesla might not hit the 15,990 mark right away. Analysts predict a starting price closer to $25,000 or even $30,000 in the US, but it would still undercut current Model 3 and Y pricing by a substantial margin. So, if the Tesla Model 2 has an initial selling price of $30,000, are you willing to buy it? Please share your opinion in the comments section below this video. Thanks for watching our video. Subscribe to Auto Fasio now so you don't miss the next breaking Tesla update. It's coming in just 2 days. If you want to explore more exciting information about the Tesla EV or Tesla bot, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.